Ladies and gentlemen,
Check.
welcome to Pedal to the Metal, the podcast where horsepower meets heart. From the shine of collector cars to the roar of race cars and the thunder of monster trucks, we've got it all. So buckle up your seatbelt, turn on the gas, and grab your favorite brew, 'cause the ride starts now. And now, here's your host, Roller.
Hey, what's up, lug nuts, man? It's another episode, that's right, another episode of Pedal to the Metal, man. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good show tonight. We got a lot of information going on out there tonight for you guys, and a lot of things have been happening today, man. Things have been shucking and jiving and coming together, man. I tell you what, I'm excited. I'm just like a proud papa. This baby is getting well known, and people are talking, and I think it's gonna do okay, man. And it's only gonna do okay with you guys' help, though, for sure. Trust me, I gotta have you guys' help, and that's all there is to it, man. And I appreciate you tuning in and enjoying the show and just having a good time and talking about the show and talking about your friends and telling everybody, man, it's the only way we're going to make this show any good is you guys help me get this thing up off its feet. But tonight, man, we're going to have a call in. We're going to be talking to Highlands Ranch Hot Rodders, George Racer. How cool of a name is that, man? I mean, George Racer. I mean, you were destined to be a hot rodder, man. I mean, with a name like Racer, I wonder if he's related to Speed Racer. We're going to have to ask him. But anyway, we got a lot of things going on here, man. We got a lot of time and a lot of talking to going on and just having a good time. We're going to talk monster trucks. We're going to do a little bit of everything, man. And we're all going to do it right here tonight on Pedal to the Metal. I got a phone call today from Craig Gould, and he is with the group called Classic Car Auction Group, and Craig is going to be on the show. Him and Scott Goodhue they're going to be on Sunday. So we're going to be talking about the J. Chimino collection and different things like that. So I really, really look forward to that interview, man. And we figured out how to get two people on the call at the same time. And man, we're getting fancier. We're getting fancier and fancier is what we're doing. You know, I like being fancy, though. That's just the way it is. I like it. But anyway, getting back to this evening. We're going to cover everything from monster trucks in Colorado Springs this weekend at the Norris Penrose Stadium to on Sunday, the Highlands Ranch Hot Rodders are going to be having their car show. And so we're going to be covering that. And we're going to be just talking about all the stuff that's going on at the monster truck show and just everything. But, I seen on Facebook today, and it's a sad day, man. I mean, we're losing Gateway Classic Cars is going bye-bye, man. This is going to be their last show, and it's going to be this weekend, the 27th, and I'm not going to be able to make it, man, because I'm going to be down in Colorado Springs doing the show, but it starts at 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. They're going to have donuts and coffee and stuff, but, it was just always a cool place to go hang out. The parking lot was big. The cars inside were always cool. They were clean. They looked good. And, I don't know what happened or anything like that. I did call over there to verify today. And the gentleman that answered, he said, yeah, that's the truth, man. We're shutting the doors. And it's just a sad state of affairs, man. I mean, if you were always looking for a classic car, back in the day, you had to wait till you got a classic car auction coming in or you got yourself an advertisement on remember the penny saver? Yeah, on the penny saver, the thrifty nickel, or anything like that. Or you go on one of the other publications and you get out there and you start looking and trying to see what's going on and who's going on and different things like that, But I don't know, man. It's just it's a sad day for to hear that it's not going to be going on anymore at Gateway Classic Cars, man. It's just kind of a bummer, man. It's like losing a good friend, you know. I mean, those guys and gals over there, they were always very courteous and very nice, and it was a big turnout. It was always a big turnout, man. You know, we had stuff on Halloween, we had trunk or treat, and we had the Christmas stuff, and it was always a good time to go over there and just hang out and be around good people and good cars and just oh man, I did some great interviews over there, and it's going to be a sad day. It's going to be a sad day to see that place go bye bye. There, hopefully, something else someday will come in and take over and do what it has to do. You know, so. But I do want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Rise and Grind Coffee Company. I want to thank all the folks, at Arch Auto Glass. I want to thank Jesse Scott Creations, man. We'll get into those a little bit later on. And, we're soon to be in talks with the people from the Sharpest Rides and also from Family Trucks and Vans. And I've talked to Kevin from Sharpest Rides, and he said, come on down. He's got a great collection of classics and stuff, so we'll go down there and video his stuff, and then maybe we can sew up some kind of a deal where they can do some advertising on Pedal to the Metal. Same with Family Trucks and Vans, and anybody else out there that wants to get in and tap your toe into the water of a baby company or a baby show just starting out. And the thing is nice is you start out with Roller now, and you got his back now. And when this show gets big, and we're doing big, and man, we're going to remember you guys. We're going to remember you guys for a long time. We're going to remember those people that hung out with us and stuff like that. But I got a message today from a gentleman, and I apologize for not knowing exactly where he's at because it kind of caught me off guard, but I think it's down in Tennessee or something. But anyway, he's a friend of Texas Rich's, and his name's Johnny Blender, and he's got a radio station down there, man. And this guy builds hot rods and stuff, and we want to have him on the show, but I want to talk to him about his hot rod shop and stuff, but I also want to talk to him about his radio station because I love being a DJ. I absolutely love being on the air and talking to people and playing music and just having a good time, man. There's nothing better than sitting back and being able to play your own favorite songs and listening and then taking calls and talking to people and hearing their stories and finding out where they're from and different things like that. And I'm really kind of jealous, man. I really am. I'm really kind of jealous of his radio station. But you know what? Maybe someday, if the cards play right, we can do that. We can get on the air and check it out and have a radio station and that way. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We get the Wolfman Jack show here, But can't say Wolfman Jack and do his voice and not get a copyright infringement. You got to get a ticket, and I don't want to do that. But anyway, George Racer's supposed to be calling in about another minute, and we're going to talk to him about the car show. They're going to have a car show on the 28th, which is Sunday, and it starts at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. They're going to have trophy presentation at 12:30. They're located at 9285 Hepburn Street in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. The benefits go to the American Legion Post 1260. So I met George a couple weeks ago at a car show, and he asked if I could talk about his car show coming up and stuff. And I said, yeah, man, we'll get together and have you on the show. And so last weekend we were over at the Wild Goose, and he was there. He drives a 66 GTO, and it's cool, man. He did all the work himself and stuff, and I like those kind of stories where people, just hardworking Joes, get in there on the weekends and roll their shirt sleeves up and get in there and build their own hot rod, man, and work on it. It gives you more of a sense of accomplishment than it does anything else, than going out and having a pocket full of money and saying, I'm going to go out and buy me a new GTO today. Okay, well, you got a beautiful GTO, don't get me wrong, but you didn't do nothing to it, man, except for put gas in it. And that's not bragging rights. That's not bragging rights in any way, shape, or form. It's really not. And when you can say that you created this car, you took it from, and we'll hear your story. I'm not going to go into the whole story, but you took it from point A, and now you're at point Z or whatever you want to say, and you done it all yourself, man. That makes you feel good. That makes you have a pride about your car and stuff like that. And it's just amazing to be able to create something. There's a lot of people out there that built their own hot rods, and they go to the shows, and you talk to them. They're like, "Yeah, man, I built this, and I did this, and I did that, and I did this," and I'm just like, "Dang." That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool, and those are the stories that Derek and I really love to hear. We really do. So, we want to see and hear and talk and do all that stuff. So, let's. I don't know what happened to George. He was supposed to call it 10 after. I hope he didn't. What happens is he works as a TV station. He's engineer, and he's covering for somebody at one of the deals, and he has to go to bed early. I mean, he's up like at 2 in the morning, and he has to be at the station at 3:30 or something like that. So, hello there, Mr. Levi Longmore. How are you? Got Levi's in the house, guys. He's our new Santa Claus. It's no longer Levi, it's Santa. And but no, I tell you what, Levi has done a great job with the Parker Cruisers, and now he's turning over to Dan Frazzini, and Dan's going to be doing a great job. And Steve White's on there, man. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're tuning in and checking out the show, man. I just love to see my brothers from another mother's hanging out. But I belong to the group called the Parker Cruisers, and I can remember the first day that I met these guys. We were over. There was a Sunday afternoon, and I pulled up in Bob, and they were all sitting in a group, and we were over at Murdoch's, and we pulled into the parking lot, and of course they all had their cars down at the one end, and I kind of pulled down at the other, and I was sitting there, and it's just like, I don't know these guys, man. Are they gonna accept me? They want to make fun of me because here I got this old truck that's got no paint on it, and it's got signs all over it, and stuff like that, and I remember Johnny B come over and made the first greeting. He come over and he said, going to look good for Jeff Holman wedding. That's right, guaranteed. But Johnny B come over and he said, I like your truck, man. And Johnny's dad is Jeff Holman and Holderman. And man, he just kind of made me feel good, man. This young man coming over, talking to me about my truck and stuff, and I just love that young man. He's a great kid, man. He really is, and his dad's a great man, and then I start hanging out more and more at the shows, and I go over to Freddy's one night and pull into Freddy's, and Levi and everybody's there, and they're hanging out, and of course I back in, and I'm sitting in my truck, and I get out and open up the hood for a minute, and Levi say something like, "Yeah, he's just new here, and he comes and shows up, but he doesn't stay very long. He takes off, and it was true, man. I didn't know these guys. I mean, I didn't know, and I didn't know if there was an initiation deal or what there was or anything like that to become a member or become friends with these guys or anything like that. And finally, just by going every week and stuff, I started meeting friends and stuff. And I remember I met Doug and Patty, and then we became good friends, and then it just kind of took off from there, man. And now they're my family. I mean, they are my family. It is amazing uh, the love I have for these people, man. Levi's mom, I call her grandma. She's just, I love her to death, man. I mean, I'd do anything in the world for grandma. I'll guarantee you that right now. And I'd do anything in the world for any of them. I mean, there's Dirk and Jenny and everybody, Steve White, and just everybody. I love hanging out with them. I love being a part of their lives. And you go to a restaurant and they're there, and everybody's like, "Hey, Roller, how you doing, man? How you doing?" And my wife's like, "Geez, does everybody in the town know you?" And I was like, "Well, no, they know Bob more than they know me, because everybody knows Bob. I'll get a thing on the Facebook every once in a while. I'll be the back of my head, and they're like, another sighting of Bob, and then of course there's Mr. Craftsman and the family, ONG, and the girls, man. I love them too, man. They are special to me and stuff, and it's been a great experience being part of this group, and I absolutely love it. I really do. So we do the big show down in Parker every year, man. It's Car Fest, and it's for the Parker Task Force, and we raise money, and now I've become like I don't know. You say I guess is the speaker for the group over the because Levi, he didn't want to do it. And then he asked me one day, he goes, "You do the monster trucks, man. Why don't you announce the prizes and the awards and do the announcements for us?" And I said, "All right, I'll be more than happy to." And it's kind of become my job, and I really enjoy it and get out there and I get to take pictures. Oh, when they give the awards away, man, you'll see me in all the pictures when they're giving the awards away. I'll be looking over Jenny's head, man, and I'll be waving and stuff. I'm photobombing everything because the mayor's in there and all the dignitaries and the winners of the car show and different things like that. And then, of course, who's in the back? Roller. Roller's in the back, and he is. Hello, Julia. How are you doing, sweetheart? Love to see you. I'm glad you're feeling better, and I can't wait to see you again, And she said she's watching for the first time. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I can't, I just love that. I love to hear that. But, yeah, it's just been fun because there's old Roller in the back, and he's photobombing all the stuff, all the pictures and stuff, and rubbing elbows with the mayor and stuff, and it's been a fun event for me, and I absolutely love it. And then, of course, we got the first Friday of the month at Freddy's, and it's just down in not Freddy's, excuse me, the first Friday of the month at Sonic down in Elizabeth, and you can catch us down there during the summertime, and that's a big show, man, and that's a real good show. I like going down to Elizabeth and hanging out and seeing the gang down there and stuff. And then, of course, I wish our Freddy's would get bigger. I really would like to see that parking lot filled up and get back to how it used to be. Because I guess when they were in the parking lot at the Target, it was a pretty good sized show, and I'd like to see it get back to that. And if there's anything I can do to do it, then you guys got to discount me in. But Dan's got his show at the Crossroads, and there's just some great shows out there, man, and there's just great people, and I love going over there. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate that very much. That means a lot coming from you. I really do. We like I was telling the guys before you came in, I don't know if you heard or not, but radio has kind of always been my passion. And let's see here. Levi says our last show in Elizabeth for this year is next week. Well, that's good because that's going to be a good one, and I hope that we can get everybody to show up down there and really make a good one. I know I'm going to come down there and hang out and stuff like that. But getting back to talking with Julia about I've always just wanted to be in radio, and I was lucky enough to have a couple shows at Castle Rock Radio, and I loved it. I had a music show and I had a monster truck show. And I used to go in and I used to just kind of like invade other people's shows. And I'm like, hey, I want to be on the air, man. And even in the monster truck stuff, when I was doing monster trucks a lot, I would go do TV and I'd go do radio. But if I'd be at the radio station, I'd be talking to the DJ, but I'd be looking over his head and seeing what the program director was doing because I was so interested in doing all that and figuring it all out and the workings of a radio station and being able to talk to people. I remember the first time I did monster truck radio and the producer said, hey, we have a listener listening in from Italy. And I'm like, no, dude, come on. Maybe his last name's Italy or something like that. He goes, no, I'm telling you. And it was from some little town in Italy. I don't know where exactly, but he was there every week. And to reach out that far from Castle Rock, Colorado, that gives you power. Yeah. I loved it. I mean, I loved it, man. I absolutely loved it. And the other day, I was sitting here and I was doing my first show, and a good monster truck buddy of mine that I spent a lot of time with on the road, BJ Johnson. He started driving with a gentleman by the name of Bill Payne, and we're going to be talking about Bill's show here pretty soon too. But BJ started out in monster trucks, and then all of a sudden one day he's driving for Monster Jam, and he's driving the Gas Monkey Car Garage show and truck, and it's bad. It was bad. I mean, it was really cool. And he's on the line and he's watching from Florida. And then I got a good friend, Brent Arnold, and he was on the show Dirty Cars in the Dirty South or something like that. It was on TV. And anyway, I talked to Brent the other day, and Brent wants to be on the show. And I've got a list here of people that I want to do interviews with from my life on the road. And I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is their names. And then I go over to the next page, and I got tired of writing, so I just quit. But I know that I can guarantee, I'd put money on it, that I can get 90% of these people to talk. So I have got content to talk to people for months if I just do one a week. I don't want to do one a week. I want to end up doing more. But I've got so many people on here that has said, hey, I want to be on your show. I talked to a buddy of mine yesterday and today. His name's Rex Post. And Rex and I have been in the classic car business, the monster truck business, and have been friends forever. We have drank many a beer. We have told many a story. And we've got stories that we can't even tell people about what life on the road is. But Rex used to work for the Harlem Globetrotters. He was a booking agent, and he knew Meadowlark Lemon and Curly and all, and he tells me stories about them. And I called Rex up and I said, hey man, I want you to be on the show. And of course, when you talk to Rex, you got to do a 2-hour show because we got so much history and different stories. But this guy was with the circus, with Ringling Brothers Barnum Bailey. He's worked at many arenas. He's a consultant for all these big arenas around town, around the country, not just town, but around the country. And he has done more in the classic car business and in the booking business and stuff like that, and knows more people. And today, he's talking about, I can get such and such on the show for you, and we're like family, and I'm just like, man, this is gold. The Harlem Globetrotters, I heard the other day, were having their 100th anniversary. Well, it's not really their 100th. Rex said it's 75 years or something like that they've started, but he said, you just want to go right to the big time anyway. But, we're going to hear stories from when Rex was a young man and he was working with the Globetrotters and what they did. And if you've ever been to a Harlem Globetrotter show, you never forget it because those gentlemen were amazing. But these are the kind of people that I have in my life that I haven't never forgot about. But, when I call them up, they're there for me, and they're going to be there to help me bring in more viewers and stuff like that. And I'm just really, really excited about doing this. So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be work. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I went this morning and I met some friends for breakfast. Then I went over and got some more lighting. I've got a new backdrop coming for the show, and it's going to be cool, man. You guys are going to like it and stuff. But it was a lot of work up until 11 o'clock, and then I get home and I've been down it, and I call it the dungeon. It's the dungeon. I've been in the dungeon since 11 o'clock. I went up and had just a quick, small peanut butter sandwich, come back into the dungeon, and then I went to see. In fact, I'm in trouble with Mrs. Roller because I forgot to do the laundry. I put it on this morning, and I left it in the washing machine all day, a little wet. And when I got home, I heard about it, and I'm in a little trouble. I might get grounded. I don't know. I'm in trouble with my mama. But anyway, that's just me. I'll get started on something, and I'll just work on it forever. And I'm just throwing myself into this. I'm just loving it. I'm just wanting to bring the best show I can bring to you guys, and I just I just want to do it. I want to I want to make a good show where you guys be proud of what I've done, and that's more important to me than anything else. Is that you guys are enjoying the show, and you're enjoying the stories that I bring you of life on the road. When I was started, I mean, I spent over 25 years in the monster truck business. I have got some serious stories. I want to write a book, and I used to in my opening for the monster truck shows, I used to tell the audience, I want you to give me some thunder. And that's what I want to name my book. I can't write. I can't write a book. I don't know how to write a book. I can barely spell my name. I put my name on my belt so I could remember it. And then I used to get arrested because I'd go in and people say, "What's your name?" And I'd take my pants off to look at my belt. And then I'd get in indecent exposure, uh, you know, charge and go to jail and all that. And then somebody finally told me, "Hey, all you got to do is pull your belt out of your belt loops, and then you can look at your name." But, it's just the way it is. That's the way I roll. I'm not a very smart person, you know what I mean? But no, I look forward to this. I look forward to hanging out with you guys over the wintertime when we're all sitting around and it's snowing and all that stuff. And I can bring you some entertainment because by then we'll have video. We'll be able to see who we're talking to and all the stuff like that. So I do look forward to all that. So I guess George Racer's not going to call in. I wished he was, but I guess he's not going to make it. So let's talk a little bit about classic cars just for a second, okay? This Sunday coming up in Highlands Ranch, the Highlands Ranch Hot Rodders are going to be having a car show. And it's called the Cool Cars of Autumn Charity Car Show. It's on September the 28th. It's at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. They're going to do trophies at 12:30 p.m. and they're located at 9285 Hepburn Street in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. So it's right over there by the Kaiser Permanente building is what I've been told, okay? I met George at a car show a couple weeks ago, and then we reconnected again at the Wild Goose, and I did an interview with him and stuff. And he has a '66 GTO, and he took this car from it was in bad shape. I mean, it was in bad shape, and he rebuilt it himself. And that's the stories I like. I like. I like what's happening with his story, and so anyway, we talked about it, and you can see his interview on the page of Pedal to the Metal podcast, and check it out. But still having a problem with the microphones. I apologize for that. Sooner or later, I'm gonna find something that works. I tell people to talk loud, but my voice is fine. But the people I'm interviewing, it's tough, really tough. So you can listen to those interviews, and met a lot of new friends and stuff like that. And there's Jeffrey Holdman right there, man. Man, another great guy right there, man. He's just my boy. He's my boy. Hey, Jeff, tell Johnny B, what's up, Johnny? What's up from Roller? That, no, man. So we're going to go over there maybe Sunday and hang out at Highlands Ranch for a while. George has asked me to come over, and if I can, I will. But my weekend is I can't, Lee. I can't answer your phone call right now, Lee, because I'm on air right here. So let's see, or hold on just a second here. Lee, I'm sorry, brother. I can't answer this phone, man. I'm right in the middle of this show, and I'd love to talk to you, but I just can't, man. I can't do it right now. He's kind of persistent. He won't let me do anything here. I'm apologizing for this here, guys. I really am. 973. It's not on this one. It's over here on this one. Hey, Lee, I'm going to have to call you back, man. I'm right in the middle of a show, my brother. That's okay. I'll call you back. I'll get you guys on real soon. But anyway, that's a monster truck guy out in California. His son started out in a mini monster truck, and he's getting ready to go to Monster Jam and learn how to, learn how to do Monster Jam stuff, man. And that's pretty cool. I've followed Shane since he was a little boy, and he started out in the mini monsters and stuff, and had him on my show and different things. But Lee's a great guy, man. Anyway, I forget what I was talking about now. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked here. Anyway, about George. And with the name George Racer, how can you not be involved in some kind of car stuff, I don't know what the deal is, but you got to be involved, man, and with that kind of name, and this gentleman really is, and he's covering some shifts. He's I think he's a producer or program director or something for one of the local news stations, and he is supposed to be like down there at 3 in the morning. Last live, and it won't. Let's see here. We tried to share your last live, and it won't let us. Need to make shareable. Okay, brother, I will, man. I definitely will. And of course, as you know, the phones are working, and I'll get you guys on here real soon. You're on the list for sure. So we're talking about Shane and you too. So, but anyway, I'll definitely get on there and make it shareable after the show. But anyway, getting back to George, he's very busy. He had to get up early in the morning yesterday or today to go to work to cover the shift for somebody, and he said he had to do it again today. So maybe that's the reason why he can't get on the show tonight. So anyway, if you got a chance, go over to Highlands Ranch this Sunday, the Highlands Ranch Hot Rodders. It's the Cool Cars of Autumn charity car show, September 28th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Trophies are at 12:30. They're going to have $5 burritos. There is a Smoky Hill High School shop has a show on Saturday, and I won't be able to make that one, Levi. So you're going to have to cover that one for me, man. I'll be in Colorado Springs playing with monster trucks, so I won't be able there. I got 2 shows there, and we'll be talking about that next. So, but anyway, the benefits go to the American Legion Post 1260. So it's going to go to something cool. Our vets, they put their life on the line for us and give us our freedom so we can do our monster truck shows, car shows, and different things like that. So we got to go support them. And as a text, Jeff. All right. Anyway, make sure you go over there and support them and talk to George and them, and hopefully I can make it if I'm not too tired. But 2 shows one day and then late night getting home might be a little tough. And Bob's really not that clean. Bob's a little dirty in the shop, but we'll go from there. But getting to monster trucks, I'll be at Norris Penrose Event Center this Saturday. There'll be 2 shows, and it's for the Monster X Tour. It's the company I used to work for, and they're courteous and kind enough to let me still dabble my toe in the monster truck world. And, I might be doing some more here someday with them and stuff. But come on down. There'll be a show, pit party from 12 to 1 o'clock. and then we'll have a 1:30 show time, and then we'll do the show and finish that afternoon show, and then we'll go right into a 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock pit party, and then a 7:30 show time, and usually done. I mean, the show in the afternoon usually should be done by 3 o'clock, something like that. The one in the evening is usually done by 9 o'clock. And then right after the show, the drivers and all of us go up and we sign autographs. And you can buy t shirts and hats and little toy trucks and all that stuff right up there at the novelty stand. Drivers and all of us will be up there signing autographs after the show. And they have a pit party. In the pit party, you get to go down on the track and you get to see the trucks and you get to take pictures and talk to the drivers. And you're just up and close. And that's the only chance you get a chance to go to down and be that close to the truck and see the truck up close and take some photos and stuff like that. So it's a fun event. I've seen ladies come to the show dressed in high heels and dresses and prim and proper, and you think, well, what are you doing here, And when they're leaving, they got mud all over them, they got dirt on them, they're screaming, they're shouting, their high heels are in their purse, and they had just turned as much redneck as any redneck in the town of Redneck. It's funny what that big motor will do to you and what these guys can do with these monster trucks. I remember I was doing a monster truck show. We were the first monster truck show at the Cardinal Stadium. And we had a whole week of media. And, it was, you go from one different place to another place, and everybody was doing different media and stuff like that. And I was at this one local TV station, and I was talking to him, and the DJ said, what do you think the next big thing in the monster truck world is going to be? And I said, well, they do some crazy stuff now, but I said sooner or later somebody's going to do a backflip in a monster truck. And he's like, a backflip? And I said, oh yeah. I said it'll happen. And then about 4 years later, Larry Quick in Pony Express, he gets out there and he does a backflip. I mean, he called me and I had him on my show, Monster Truck Radio, and it was longer than I can't remember exactly how long or the time frame, but I'm going to have Larry on. We're going to talk about that and stuff. But they do the backflip. But now the stuff they're doing, these guys are crazy. I mean, they're driving on two wheels on purpose, and they're doing front stoppies, and they're doing things that you would never be able to do in the older trucks. Number one, because the oil pumps wouldn't pick up all the oil because it'd go all to the front of the oil pan, and it would burn up the motor, or I don't know exactly what they're doing with everything. But when we have Lee and Shane on, we're going to find out. We're going to find out some nitty-gritty stuff, because I know Shane, he is doing some stuff like that right now with their trucks and stuff, and then he'll be able to go to Monster Jam and learn all the good stuff. And I mean, if you haven't seen a Monster Jam show, or if you haven't seen a monster truck show, man, you owe it to yourself to go check out one. It is definitely a lot of fun. I mean, it's the only time you can yell and scream because people are tearing stuff up, man. I mean, these trucks, they tear up stuff. And I was lucky enough to go back in the day when I started to watch them hit old Cadillacs and big old Chrysler Newports and different things like that. But now these new cars, they destroy them. I mean, it's just, they trash them. There's nothing left. By the time we get done with two shows, we go in at the at the end of the first show, and they go in and spin some cars around to get a square side so that the trucks have something to hit, and then they'll put another fresh car in the stack. But by the time the second show's over with, there's nothing left. I mean, the car is flattened. The recyclers get it flattened, and it's just done, man. I wish you were here too, man. I wish you were here too, Lee. It would have been fun to have you guys here, man. And you never know what the future brings, man. Maybe someday you'll know somebody that needs an announcer, and you can say, you know what, let me call Roller and see if he can come out, man. And if I can get together with him on money and make everything work, man, I'd come in a heartbeat to come out there and see you guys. I really would. But I'm gonna look forward to the show with you, Lee, talking on that. But anyway, so Penrose Stadium, 2 shows on Saturday. Monster trucks are going to be Lone Wolf, Boss Gator, USA One. USA One has got such a history. Lee's on here, and he's a monster trucker, and he can tell you all about USA One, man. It was back in the day. It was USA One and Bob Chandler and Bigfoot, and it was, I mean, Everett and Bob were mortal enemies on the track. I mean, they lived to beat each other. And then Jim Kramer come along in Bigfoot, and he the same way, you know. And Everett would just tear his stuff up, man, to beat a Bigfoot truck. And it seems like every show you go to back in the day when I was really doing a lot of shows, if there was a Bigfoot truck there, there was a bullseye on that driver's back because everybody was out for the Bigfoot truck. And you know, it's just a fun time, and we had some monster truck spectaculars. But anyway, Lone Wolf, Boss Gator, USA One, and Anubis. Anubis is going to be there, and then we're going to have a mini monster truck called Juvenile Destruction. And you know, I mean, the talent's subject to change, but I'm pretty sure I've talked to some people, and those trucks are definitely on the ground. And they're also going to have tough trucks. And these are just local drivers that you drive by on the highway during the week going to work, and they're out there jumping. They'll jump a Subaru, or they'll jump a Dodge Neon, or they'll jump anything they can get at a junkyard for $50, and they'll put their business sponsors all over the sides of them, and they these guys are crazy. I mean, they are just crazy. They drive faster than Levi. I mean, in Levi, if you ever go to a car show with Levi, you better just hang on. I mean, you better hang on, because if he says we're going to Colorado Springs, you better know that your way to Colorado Springs, because if you have to follow him, you better have a pilot's license, because the man can drive. I mean, and then he gets there and he's like, I don't drive fast. And I'm like, yeah, right. Okay, whatever, Levi. But, you know, it's a lot of fun, and it was been a good time. So we'd like to thank the folks at the Rise and Grind Coffee Company for helping us out, sponsoring us. We'd like to thank all the folks over at also at Arch Auto Glass. Art is a good friend of mine. I used him a lot when we were in the car business, and he has a mobile service. He'll come to your house, he'll come to your business. He knows the windshields. He's very professional. He cleans up after he's done. He don't leave glue all over the trim and stuff. And he can put a windshield in about anything. I mean, just about anything. And another gentleman that we talk about, his name is Jesse Scott, and he has Jesse Scott's. In fact, it's right here. Jesse Scott. Hold on here. We got another. Let's see here. Let's see who we got online here. Let's find out here. Hello. Who do we got online?
George Race. Sorry,
George. What?
didn't get to call in earlier. We had a problem here at home, so
Oh well, hey, things happen, George.
didn't get to call in.
That's
Yep.
okay. Hey, guys, I covered for you here, and so we'll talk to you here in just a second. But we got George Racer on the line right now, guys, from Highlands Ranch Hot Rodders, and like I said, they're going to be having a car show this Sunday, the 28th, starts at 9 a.m. George, tell us a little bit about the car show.
Well, it's the 21st year of the show. I started the show out originally as just another car show, and then after starting with the second year, decided to start making it a fundraiser, and with all the proceeds going directly to whatever charity we're doing. And we used to pick a different charity every year, and we're actually going to get back to doing that. But for the past number of years, we've been doing it mostly for the American Legion, the Post 1260 in Highlands Ranch, and it's whatever you want to donate or whatever for is basically your entry fee. So it's $10, great, $20, great, whatever you feel like you want to donate, and it'll go directly to the American Legion. We we've been growing every year, whatever. This year so far, just with pre-registered people online, we've got over 120 cars. which means we will probably end up having closer to around 180 with people that probably register on day of show. Um, got plenty of parking at the Kaiser Permanente lot. Kaiser has been very nice and has let us host our car show there for probably at least the last 12 or maybe even longer, probably 13, 14 years. We basically outgrew the Home Depot lot that we were in, and so just moved across the street to the Kaiser Permanente building, and it's convenient too because there's we not only have porta potties and stuff, but there's restrooms at Target, and there's multiple restaurants around the venue around the parking lot there that you can go and get other food too, besides the two food vendors that we're going to have. We're going to have Brad's Pit Barbecue, which is a really good barbecue truck, and there's another one. It's called Rory's Blue Collar Catering, and he's got all kinds of different foods to choose from. So plenty of food in the area, and lots of other. We're going to be doing a 50-50 raffle. Half of that goes basically to the American Legion, the other half goes to the winner. We're also going to have some great door prizes from Adams Polishes, Steel Tools is going to have some giveaways for us. There'll be regular door prizes as well as like grand prize picks later on that you can put your ticket back in. Even if you won one of the smaller door prizes, you'll get your number thrown back in and be able to be chosen potentially for one of the bigger prizes.
Cool, man.
So, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I know it's on Sunday, and I was so worried that it was on Saturday for some reason till I started reading the flyer again, and because I won't be here on Saturday, but I'm going to definitely try to make it over and support you guys. I feel
I
that
appreciate that.
I feel that we need to. As a podcast that just getting started, I think number one, it'll help me get my name out there, but it'll show that hey, we want to support you guys and be there for you, and I hope we've done that for you. You know, we put it up on our Facebook page, and we have talked about it, and we talked about it this evening before you called in, and man, we're happy to help you at any time for sure.
Well, and if anybody can't make it on Sunday for whatever reason, family plans, we also will have the last of our monthly cruises that we do. We have on the fourth Saturday, not the last Saturday, but the fourth Saturday of every month, starting in April. We do a cruise night that's over on County Line Road, just east of Broadway. It's in the shopping center that has the Waffle House. Pretty much, I think everybody knows where Waffle House is.
Right.
And there's a restaurant in there called the Rusty Tap, and it's a barbecue and tap house, and they're the host of it for us. And we've been doing it there this entire year and had really good turnouts. And so Saturday night, the night before our show, basically will be our last one of the season. And there's a new O'Reilly Super Center in there and distribution center that opened up in the big furniture store that used to be there. And so if anybody who wants to come by and have some good barbecue, and that we usually get about maybe 40 cars, 50 cars.
Well, that's a good turnout.
And, yeah, and so that's our monthly cruise that we do. So, and you're welcome to come by, and if you need something from O'Reilly or whatever, they're right there. And we do like this. So this is our fourth show that we do of the year. We do a couple others at Max Taps on County Line Road,
Uh-huh.
Eastern University, and those are fundraisers as well. So we do a number of things besides this is our biggest show of the year. But besides that, like I said, we have the monthly cruise, and so people are welcome to come out, and we can answer any questions about the club. And it's not just people from Highlands Ranch. We have
Right.
members from all over the area. So
Well, good. And I'll tell you what, we're going to have our last show, and I know it's a little drive for you, and I apologize for the echo. We've got like a and I need to talk to you off to the side one time and figure out how I get this out of my podcast, because it sounds like I'm in a drum and I don't know what the deal is.
okay.
So
Well, being a
anyway,
broadcast engineer, I
yeah,
should be able to figure that out for
well,
you.
I would think so. I would hope so anyway. If not, how did you keep your job so long? But anyway, we have our last show in Elizabeth. It's the first Friday of the month. and it will
Okay.
be in Elizabeth, Colorado, and we're at the Sonic there in Elizabeth, and it's usually a big show. So I'd like to invite you guys over and have you guys come over
No,
for a little cruise.
I think it's put on by one of the members of our club. What's the name of the show?
Well, it's put on by the Parker Cruisers, and we go over there, and we it's once a month, and we go there the first Friday of every month, and hang
Okay.
out, and it's actually in the Safeway parking lot, or I think it's a Safeway, but
Hmm.
it's next to the Sonic, and there's a bank there, and there's quite a few spots to park cars in and stuff. So yeah, I
Okay, and that's
mean,
on Saturday, right?
it'll be next the last it'll be the first Friday of the month of October.
Oh, the first Friday of the month.
Yes,
Okay.
first Friday of the month.
Okay.
So if you guys can make it, I know people work and it's hard to get out and get to that, but they got
What
a
time?
great.
What time is it?
It starts about 5 o'clock, and usually, well, now that the
Okay.
time's getting a little different and stuff,
Hmm.
it'll probably end a little earlier than it used to. But in the summertime, we stay out there till 8:30 at night. So
Oh, okay. Well,
it's
I'll let the club know about it and see if we can get some attendance from our club as well to come out to
yeah,
that.
and then we always do Freddy's on Friday night there in Parker. So we're always there
Oh
on,
yeah.
on
Yep.
Friday nights and stuff like that. So what I'd like to see is I'd like to see the car groups get together and do some stuff together and maybe do some big
Yep.
cruises and stuff like that. We got the guys in the poor boys in Castle Rock and stuff like that. I'd like to see all of us come together as a club and really put on a big show. And I tell you what, I did an AI deal for my success of my show for a year. And at the
Hmm.
end of my year, it tells me that I have to have my own car show. I have to have a pedal to the metal car show. So I'm
Okay.
going to be calling some clubs and I'm going to be telling you guys, hey, I was there helping you guys. I need your help, and we need to do us a big show. And I'm gonna get some sponsors, and by then I'll have some good advertising, and they'll throw in some sponsorships and stuff. And I want to have a
Okay.
big show. I want to have a big show,
Okay.
and
Well, we might be able to help you with that too, or whatever, with
well, I
with
appreciate it.
setup and stuff like that. Obviously, we've got a lot of experience in doing that or whatever, and
Right,
we'd
right,
love to be able
exactly.
to, if nothing else or whatever, you can consult with us, and we. But I think we can also probably get some people to volunteer and help with parking and things like that for it as well.
Right, because it's not an easy job. I mean, I've watched
Yeah.
our group, the Parker Cruisers, excuse me. I've watched, and man, it's a production. It's not a. And when you start getting yeah, and Levi says he's on here now. I don't know if you know Levi Longmore from Parker Cruisers, but
I
Levi's
think
on
so.
here.
Yeah, I think I've met before.
Yeah, and Levi says he don't have to do that no more. And Levi says he don't have an echo. Wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. Well, I have an
I'm not
echo.
getting an echo from you either.
Really? Well, that's good. I
No.
mean, I'm glad. So I can put up with the echo if I have to, but I shouldn't have to. Maybe I've got some volume up too high or something that's not maybe working right. But anyway,
Okay.
uh, I look forward to your show on Sunday. I
Okay.
hope I can make it over there. My last show that night. Hello, Dallas. How are you, buddy? My buddy Dallas Rogers, Glenn Rogers from the Monster Truck Show Company. We're getting ready to talk about here in a minute is on announcer kid that I just absolutely love. This young man is an amazing gentleman, and we're going to talk about him in just a minute. So,
Okay.
uh, anyway, George, I'll tell you what, man. Hopefully we can get some guys to go over there on Sunday and hang out with you guys and participate. Would you suggest that we pre-register?
Yes, I mean, if you'd like to, or it'll pre-print your dash card for you, so that you don't have to fill anything out or whatever once
Okay.
you get there. You can just make your donation or whatever once you get there, but you can pre-register online. There was a QR code on the flyer, but then also on any of the event pages, or the events pages that it was put on, there's like Colorado Car Shows Facebook page
Okay.
has a link on it as well. Our Highlands Ranch Hot Rodders Facebook page has a link for it as well, and our website hrhotrod.com has a link It's real easy to register. Just need to make sure you do it by, if you want to pre-register, you have to do it by midnight on Friday.
Midnight on Friday.
Yeah, otherwise you're anybody's welcome to come and register at the show.
Okay, and I know you've been asked this question many, many times in your life, but are you any kin to Speed Racer?
Any what?
Kin, family.
No, no, no. In fact, my actual last name is not Racer. It's actually RACZ.
Oh,
I've got it as Racer on Facebook just because of the fact that I'm a drag racer as well as car show. So
I love
I'm a
drag racing
classic car
myself,
guy.
my friend. I really do.
So that's why I made it that, or whatever is easy to say on Facebook, and
Well,
it's
it
easy for
is
people to
easier to say,
remember.
but I just was poking fun there. But I mean, I used to watch that cartoon when I was a kid and stuff, and go, go, go.
I never really got a chance to watch that or whatever. I guess I was too locked into Looney Tunes and stuff. So,
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing you, and look
okay.
forward to many more events. I know you probably got to get up and go to work early in the morning, right?
Yeah, it's an early day tomorrow, 4:30 a.m. shift. So
All right, buddy. Well, I'll tell you what. Thank you for calling in. I understand things happen, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And I had your back anyway. If you couldn't have made it, I explained to the
I
group,
appreciate
and
that.
yeah, that's any time, man. That's my job. That's what I got to do. That's why you entrusted me in doing this for you. So I
Yeah,
do.
and you do a good job.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. So that means a lot coming from somebody with your talent and stuff like that. So thank you very much. And we'll probably talk to you on Sunday, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right,
Thanks, sir.
all right, have a good night.
Thanks, say to you.
All right, bye-bye. Well, that's what it is, guys. I mean, right there, he finally made a call in and talked about it. So if you ain't doing nothing, head on over to Highlands Ranch and we'll talk monster trucks. But I just noticed that I got a good friend of mine, since we're talking monster trucks here. I got a good friend of mine. This young man, he started in the monster truck business. He was a young kid. I mean, a real young kid, and he worked forever. And always had a dream of having his own monster truck. And he used to say, Roller, I'm going to have my own monster truck one day, and I'm going to call it Crash Test Dummy. And I'm like, yeah, Dallas, that's going to be cool, man. At first, there's a lot of these young kids out there, and they know more about monster trucks than I'll ever know. And this kid just kind of kept coming around and coming around. And then all of a sudden he's on the tour and he's hanging out with us. And then I kind of get to know him, and he's talking about how he works at Safeway or whatever grocery store it happened to be, and he got to get on the microphone at Safeway and announce like the specials and stuff like that, like king crab legs for $25 or something, but he did this announcer voice, and I was like, Dallas, what are you doing? You need to be an announcer. I said, you have got to be an announcer. Oh, Roller, I don't think I could ever do an announcer and stuff. I don't think I could ever be an announcer. And I said, no, kid, I'm telling you, you need to be an announcer. And we kind of worked with him, and I kind of, gave him some hints and different things like that. But this young man, he took the ball and he ran. He ran so fast and climbed so high that I'm just so proud of him. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, this young man he's the head announcer now for the Malicious Monster Truck Tour, and he he's when you work with a certain group, and this group that he works with, they at the time when I was working with them, they were our A show. When we traveled, we were the West Coast A show, and that was the creme de la creme for Monster X Tour, and it was Bill Payne and Rockstar, and you know. Bill now has his own monster truck company, and they put on monster truck spectaculars all up and down the West Coast, up into Canada, and I'm looking at their schedule right here, and of course I've got just the last few here, but I'm looking here, and there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's over 20 shows that these folks are doing. And they can bring a show in. They bring their own monster trucks. They have a monster that eats cars and spits fire and does all that. And so they have their own side acts. They don't have to worry about tough trucks not showing up. Sean Green, how you doing, buddy? But you guys need to check this. You're ever out on the West Coast and you hear of the Malicious Monster Truck Tour, you need to go check these guys out, because I'm going to tell you what, the big boss, Bill Payne, his wife, Lorna, she rides in the back. I still think to this day he chains her in the back, because why you would ride with Bill Payne in a monster truck is completely psychotic. But she sits in the back while he is going all over the floor. And the guy spends more time upside down than he does on his back, on his wheels, or on the side, or I mean, I've seen him do stuff in a monster truck that you're just like, I can't believe you just did that. I just can't believe you did that. And every time he'd do something, it was just a spectacular. And the crowds, when they left, the autograph lines, some of the times the autograph lines would go on for an hour and a half. And we'd been there all day and doing stuff. But it was the A show. It was a great show. And he's just taken it to the next level. And I'm so proud of him. And I'm so glad to be able to call him my friends. And then Dallas, Dallas is working with him, and he's worked so much with them now that they have become like one. They have joined together. And when you're an announcer and you can just feel the flow rolling and stuff, it's the greatest feeling in the world, because it's like you're the leader of the orchestra, and you're telling the woodwinds to do this, and you're telling the strings to do this, and the brass instruments to do this, and everybody's just following your key, and it's just flowing, and it's just such a great feeling. It's a high for an announcer. I mean, and I'm going to have Dallas on the show, and we're going to talk monster trucks and talk about his career and stuff, and he can contest to that, because it's amazing. But they got a few shows left, and they're going to be in Lakeport, California, on September 26th and 27th. They're going to be in Stockton, California, on October 4th with 2 shows. They're going to be in Maryville, California, on October 10th and 11th. They're going to be in Roseville, California, October 18th with 2 shows. They're going to be in Eureka. Now that's a cool little town. It's a coastal town, and I think they probably still do it at the Speedway there. But I didn't like driving to it because it was such a long drive. But you get to go through the redwood forests and stuff and see these big redwoods, and then the town of Eureka is just right there on the coast, and it's just a cool little town. It really is. But they're going to be there on October 24th and 25th. And then November 1st with 2 shows are going to be in Bakersfield, California. And then they've got some other tentative shows they're not sure on yet, so I'm not going to announce them. But and then that'll be towards the end of the year. But by that time, they're going to be going back up to their hometown up in Washington, and they have a big compound up there, and then all the trucks get tore apart and everything gets built and stuff like that. But I can remember when Bill was starting with just 2 Jeeps. And the first time I ever met him was in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I told the promoter up there, his name was Terry Diedrich, I said, I will not be on the floor when that man's out there driving. I said, he scares me to death. I said, I don't understand his driving skills. And these little Jeeps were short wheel box Jeeps. And I mean, Bill's just an amazing driver. And over the years, I mean, I trust Bill with my life. I mean, Bill, when we used to do freestyle at the end of the shows, we'd get out there and there'd be Donald Epindendio and Bill and maybe a Bigfoot truck, and there'd be 4 monster trucks out there freestyling at one time. And if you've never seen 4 monster trucks at one time out there freestyling like that, you haven't seen a good monster truck show. So make sure you get a chance to check out the Malicious Monster Truck Tour, and make sure you tune in when we have Dallas Glenn Rogers on there. We're going to talk to him about his monster truck, which finally became a dream. And it became reality, not a dream, but it became reality. And he owns it to this day, and it still sits around, and he uses it in a couple shows. He don't drive it very much because he's the head announcer for Malicious Monster Truck Tour, and he doesn't have time to do it. So check them out, man. Check them out. They're good people. You'll enjoy the show. It's high energy, and you'll never do it. Hello there, Justin. How you doing, my brother? Good to see you on there, man. Sick Wiggity in the house representing. Yeah, guaranteed. Now, let's go here and talk a little bit about classic car auctions. This Sunday, you need to tune in. I do a Sunday wrap up, and you guys need to tune in. I've already been on an hour and 4 minutes. That's amazing. Wow. This Sunday, you need to tune into the show, and it's going to be at 7 o'clock. We're going to have the guys from Classic Car Auction Group. And it's going to be Craig and Scott. They're both going to be on. And we learned how to do a two-way call today on the phone. We're going to be able to talk. And Scott is the auctioneer. Craig is the big boss. He's the man of the show. This man knows more about classic cars than I ever will. He's a plethora of, you like that word, don't you? Go ahead and use it. It was from my word of the day calendar. But a plethora of information on these old cars. But anyway, they're going to be doing an online auction on October 25th, and it's for the Jay Cimino collection. And Jay was a big collector car guy in Colorado Springs at Phil Long Ford, and he passed away. I was lucky enough to know Jay when I was a young man. My father used to buy cars from him and sell cars to him at Phil Long Ford. So I got to see this collection in its infancy, and now there's 30 of these automobiles, and they're going to be selling at no reserve. You're going to be able to sit at your house. You're going to be able to bid on these cars online. And if you're looking for automobiles, you need to go check out this collection. You can go to www.classiccarauctions.us, and you can check out. They got full photos. They got descriptions of the cars. They've got a little bit of everything. And some of these cars have got LS motors in them and stuff. And these are some really, really clean cars. And they had a mechanic that would work on. Jay did, and had a mechanic all the time that would work on them and keep them running. They got this truck there, a 50s truck, and I'm not sure exactly what, but it's a 5-window, and they calls it the tailgater. And what he did is he completely, this truck took him like 3 or 4 years to build, and so much money in it. But he used to take it to football games and different things like that, and it has like a barbecue in the back and an ice box and everything, and it's an old 50s style truck, but it's the coolest truck I've ever seen in my life. You know, you roll up into a car show, and you could sell hot dogs and hamburgers out of it and be a part of the car show at the same time. It's just really that cool. But once again, that website is www.classiccarauctions.us. And they are going to have an open house and where you can go look at these cars in Colorado Springs on the 18th of October. And that's when pre-bidding starts. So you're going to get over there and you're going to get a chance to look at these automobiles. You're going to get to see them close up, look at them, and the mechanic will be there to answer questions and different things like that. So, if you're looking for a cool classic car out of a great collection, I suggest that maybe you come up on the 18th. It'll be a Saturday and I'll get some addresses and stuff for you. We'll have all that on Sunday on the show, but it'll be at the Lexus store in Phil Long Ford up there in Motor City. They don't have the Lexus store up there anymore, so it's an abandoned building, but they'll have all the cars up there, and there's going to be some more cars at some different locations and stuff like that. But the creme de la creme will be at the Lexus store, and you'll be able to go check these cars out. And then they're going to allow, if you want to sell your car, they're going to allow you to put your car in. And no, you don't have to put it in at no reserve. You can put it in with a reserve, and you'll be able to put your car in line, and you don't have to take it to the auction. These cars are all going to be online. Everything is online. You can leave your car at your house. All you got to do is send in photos. They're going to tell you on Sunday what you got to do and stuff like that. So make sure you make plans Sunday at 7 o'clock if you get a chance to listen to the show, because there's going to be some great information, and you're going to be able to hear Scott talk about the auctioneering end of it. Scott's a two-time world champion auctioneer, and I'm a pleasure to work beside him a couple times a week here in Colorado. And he's my brother. I've known him for a long time, man, and I'd do anything in the world for him. Craig, I just met Craig through Scott, and seems like a great guy. We've never met in person, but I look forward to meeting him, and I look forward to maybe a future career with the Classic Auction Group as far as trying to help them market their shows, maybe do a little ringing for them and stuff like that. So once again, the sale is going to be Saturday, October 25th, and that's going to be online. And those cars will be selling for no reserve. They'll have some other cars at the end of the sale that will be selling, and they'll have reserves on them and stuff. And you'll be able to bid on those cars too. But you're going to be bidding against people from all over the world because these guys got a huge following. And you never know what these cars. You might get one of these cars cheap, and then you might not. You just got to be there. But if you want some more information, you can call Craig Gould at 406-698-7930. That's 406-698-7930. Or you can call Scott at 719-659-7600. That's 719-659-7600. Consign your car and to their collection and register to bid at the same time. You can bid online. And, it's only going to cost you $100. You get to leave your car at home. You don't have to get it all on a trailer and bring it someplace and leave it and do all that. You get to leave it in your garage, and maybe you'll sell it. Maybe you won't. It depends on what you want. But if you're looking for a new car, you want something new at the crib, well then sell that car that you have and get yourself something else. But we'll have more information on that real soon on Sunday at 7 o'clock. So make sure you're not in the morning, Scott Goodyew. I talked to Scott today and I said, hey, we're going to do a Sunday call in at 7. He goes, in the morning? I was like, no, not in the morning. So it's 7 o'clock at night, and we're going to have a good time, man. We're going to talk classic cars and just have a good time. But once again, I'd like to thank the folks at Rise and Grind Coffee. They're located at 475 Smoky Hills Road in Parker, Colorado. And they have their last show coming up here the very first weekend in October, I do believe. And it's always on a Sunday. Great little place to have a car show. They got good coffee, good smoothies. They got some good, quick food and different things like that. So make sure that you get a chance. It's come out there on Singing Hills Road and check it out. That's 475 Singing Hills Road. They have a coffee trailer. If you're holding a party, they can bring this little coffee trailer to your party, and they can serve coffees and smoothies and stuff like that. So if you want to book them for a party or anything like that, you can give them a call at 303-472-3279. Once again, I'd like to thank Art from Arch Auto Glass, mobile service, great people to work with. They do insurance work. I don't believe that Art is doing any chip repair, so if you're looking for chip repair, you're probably not going to be able to help you on that. But he might have started it, doing it. I'm not sure. But that phone number there for Art is 720-296-8635. That's 720-296-8635. And you know what? If you tell them, hey, I heard your advertisement on Pedal to the Metal, tell them Jeff Richards a roller, you'll get 10% off on windshield in today's world. That's a good savings right there, 10%. Another guy, if you're looking for cool stuff, and let me just show you here. Jesse Scott Creations. Now, I found this guy on Facebook, and his advertisement showed these giant spark plugs, and they're a light, and you can mount them on the wall, or you can put them on your desk, and he'll put your business logo on them, or your car show logo, or the group car show. I got a friend, Scott Stout, has a White Buffalo car show coming up real soon down in Snyder, Texas. He's going to give some away as trophies, which I thought was a really cool idea. But this is another one of his creations right here. And this is a light, and it sits up on your desk or in the window of your business, and it's your company logo. Like here, this one's Pedal to the Metal Podcast, and it lights up. and they're really cool. If I put it up in the background here and turn it on, it turns white because of all the lighting that I have that's trying to make me look good, because there's not enough light in the world that's going to make me look good. So, you know, if you're looking for something cool for your business, give Jesse Scott. It's Jesse Scott Crafts and Creation Studio. You can go to his website at www.jessescott.com, or give him a phone call at 715-721-5999. That's 715-721-5999. Or you can find him on Facebook under Jesse Scott Crafts and Creation Studio. And just check out some of the stuff that he does. It's 3D printing, and it's really good quality and highly colored. I think you'll really like them, man. And they're not expensive. I think with shipping and everything, this thing was under $60, and I love it. I just love it. In fact, when he showed me what else he did, I said, I got to have one, man. I just need one. So next time I'll have a spark plug over here, and you can see that and get that done. Castle Rock Poor Boys Cruisers, they're going to be having their show at ACC, 4500 Limelight Avenue in Castle Rock, Colorado, Saturday, October the 4th, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 100% of the donations go to the American Cancer Society. I'm very much backing them, very much backing them. And same day registration. It's just $20, man. $20, okay? That's all it is. Go take your car over there, have some fun, hang out with some cool people, hang out with some cool cars, maybe win something. They're going to have giveaways. They're going to have a 50-50 raffle, silent auction, special trophies, and they're just a great. I'm going to get this fly. Me and this fly are going to fight. Anyway, great group right here, the Castle Rock Poor Boy Cruisers. We do a lot of things with them. They come to our shows and hang out and stuff, and we got to reciprocate and go hang out with them more. But they're good people, man. So go check out their show over there in Castle Rock, 4500 Limelight Avenue in Castle Rock. That's October the 4th, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I know I'll be at this show for sure. I promise you I will be there. So let's see here. What else have we got? Of course, you know, it's a sad day. Gateway's no longer going to be in business. I called over there just to find out for sure if it wasn't a Facebook hoax or something. But this weekend is their last one, the 27th. It's at 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., and it is their last show. They're going to have coffee and donuts there and stuff, and you get to, you become friends with them. They come to our car show there in Parker, and they set up a booth, and we always interviewed them and stuff, and you get to be kind of good friends with them. And they knew classic cars. They could definitely help you out. So I don't know what's happening, why they're closing. It's none of my business, but they're gonna be sadly missed. I'll guarantee you that right now. So to help drive people to the site, to help me gain followers and stuff, I've come up with a little giveaway. Back in the day when I had Monster Truck Radio, I had a bunch of shirts made, and they're like a crew shirt. And it said Monster Truck Radio and stuff. And this one here never was worn. The only thing I did with it was send it to the cleaners. And so this shirt has never been worn. It says Roller on it. I'm sorry, but it says Roller. And it says Monster Truck Radio. There's the MTRA logo on the sleeve. And then there's Bell Helmets on this sleeve. And then if you turn it around on the back, it says Monster Truck Radio on the back. It is an XL, so if you fit an XL, then great. I'd love to see you wearing it one day at a show or something like that. But if not, it'd be good garage art. I mean, I got a bunch of shirts hanging from the rafters of my shop, and this would be a good garage art piece. It's a highly colored shirt. It's black with green pinstripe, and then it has some green highlighted stripes and stuff like that. And it's just a cool old shirt. So, man, just make sure you check it out. And what I want you to do is I want you to tell your friends about the show. I want you to tell them to follow the show. And when they get in there and they follow, say, hey, Justin Gruhl, he told me to get on the show and follow you, man. So Justin was the guy that got me over here. Well, I've got a way that I'm going to keep track of all this. And, at the end, by Christmas time, somebody's going to own the shirt. I'm going to let you send it. I'm going to send it home. I'll send it to you, and we'll have our stickers out. We should be getting those stickers real soon. Got the new logo coming out for Pedal to the Metal stickers. Got some more lug nut stickers coming. So we'll send you a sticker pack and different things like that, and we'll get you this shirt. Somebody's going to win it, and I look forward to whoever wins it. I hope you enjoy it. Put it in your garage, make it garage art. I don't care. It's just I need help with my baby, and I need followers. So the more people you can help me get, the better it is for me, the better it is for you guys. So I appreciate you very much. And don't forget my buddy Scott Stout. He's out of Snyder, Texas. He's going to have a show down there in Snyder. It's called the White Buffalo Car Show. It's a big show, man. It used to be a real big show, and Scott's taking it over, and he is trying to bring it back, and he's doing a good job. But the thing is he's working out of his back pocket, and he's got to make it work, So we wanna support him and stuff like that. We got stickers. We got the 3 Rolling with Roller and Derek stickers that we give out at any show. You can get those if you see Derek and I anywhere, and we're doing a Rolling with Roller show. We'll give you these stickers. And just to know, I will not do a Rolling with Roller show without Derek being there. Everything will be going on Pedal to the Metal. But if Derek's there, then we'll roll out with Rolling with Roller and Derek. And I got to represent my brother. And Derek is welcome on this show at any time, guys. It's just that he is so busy and he lives so far away. There's no way he can come and do these podcasts like I'm doing right now. So, and then if you want the official lug nut sticker right here, you have to do an interview and you have to have a classic car. I won't give you one of these. I don't care if you're my best friend. I won't give you one. But if you do an interview with me, I'll give you one, okay? And I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the Pedal to the Metal stickers yet. Maybe we'll do something with them and figure those out and go from there. So if you'd like to be on the show, we have a call-in line now. We can do an interview with you. We can do something like we did with George, where he just calls in, talks about his event, and then he's done. Or we can talk about you. We can talk about your classic car. We can talk about your club. We can talk about your career in racing or whatever it happens to be. Whatever the story is, if it's got a big motor and it goes fast, we want to know about you and your story. And the better the story, the better I like it, man. And we want you to be able to call in and talk to us. And that phone number is 720-273-0772. Once again, the studio call-in line is 720-273-0772. So you give us a call. You can leave a message on the studio line, or you can call me on my cell phone or get a hold of me through Facebook, instant message me, and tell me you want to talk about being on the show. We'll set up a time for you, because as you can see, I'm going to have a lot of people on the show here soon as we get up and rolling and stuff like that. So I'll make room for you guys. All you got to do is call and let me know that you're going to be there. So don't forget, this Sunday, 7 o'clock, we're going to be talking classic car auctions with Craig Gould and Scott Goodyew. And they're from the Classic Auction Group, man. And I look forward to that one, and we'll make it happen. So other than that, that's about all I got, man. We did 1 hour and 23 minutes. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you for all of you that were here and hung out with me. And if you're still out there, I appreciate you being with us and hanging out with us. And number one, if you're a friend, I appreciate your friendship so much. That means so much to me. Everything else is second. So other than that, I guess we're out of here, man. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave on a note here. We're gonna go into the music program here, and we're gonna leave with one of the songs that I. Oh, and that's another thing. If you're going through some hard times right now, and maybe you got a family member that's addicted, or got a something wrong with them, or something like that, and you think maybe a song or something would help, maybe heal your soul. Music does a lot of great things, man, and for some reason I didn't know I could do this, but and I don't do it all. Okay, I'm not the singer and I'm not the instrument player, but I do write the lyrics. So I have been writing some songs, and I've been putting them up on the internet and letting people listen to them, and I've had people compliment on them, and I've had people ask me to make songs for them, and so if you're looking for something that maybe will heal your heart, I'll be more than happy to talk with you about it, and we can go from there. The program I use is an AI program, but the lyrics are definitely mine. I own the rights to the song, so you can give it to whoever you want. But this song that I made here is for a true cowboy friend of mine down in Amarillo, Texas, Buck. And Buck called me the other day, and Buck's not doing well. Buck's got cancer, and when you see this guy, you would know that he was definitely a cowboy. There would be no other things in your mind that you wouldn't tell you that this man is a cowboy. So this song is to my buddy Buck, and it's called "When This Cowboy Passes On." I want you to listen to it. If you like it, give me some thumbs up, and if not, I'm sorry you didn't like it. But anyway, here it is right now. When This Cowboy Passes On. You're listening to Roller on Pedal to the Metal. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you Sunday at 7.
When this cowboy passes on, lay me down where the wide plains are strong, where the dust meets the sky at dawn. That's where I'll belong. Who'll be taking care of my old horse now, and the cattle grazing on the ridge somehow? When my light fades and my trail is gone, who'll ride on when this cowboy passes on? Life on the ranch is not for the weak, but it's the only life this cowboy would see. I've mended fences, I've rode through rain, felt the joy and I felt the pain. Who'll be taking care of my old horse now, and the cattle grazing on the ridge somehow? When my light fades and my trail is gone, who'll ride on when this cowboy passes on? Maybe some young wrangler with a steady hand will take these fields and learn the land. But if no one comes, if the work falls through, there's one more rider I'm passing to. So please take my body and bury it deep, because it's God's turn to take care of me. Who'll be taking care of easy where the prairie winds blow. 'Cause I've trusted the one I've always known. Lay me down where the wide plains are strong, where the dust meets the sky at dawn. That's where I'll belong. When this cowboy passes on.
That goes out to my buddy Buck in Amarillo, Texas. Buddy, I love you, man. Lug nuts, I love you guys. We'll see you Sunday at 7 o'clock. Make sure you make plans to attend another great episode of Pedal to the Metal.